dried leaves in the wind. See how well we can get this picked up, if at all. Of course, the wind dies down. My goal is to find a nice place where I can just be outside and hear nothing but that. I mean, there's a road in the background. I mean, there's a house right over there and the road. I haven't gone far from where I park. But definitely some more nature time. Oh. I probably need a better mic setup for this, but well, it was worth a shot. Something to try anyways. Alright, this is still a cool trail. Now, running shoes on a slightly slick, muddy trail. Probably not the best thing, but it's what I got. Oh, this is cool. Like you literally go into a forest and it's like there's no wind, no sound. It got really quiet. Maybe I'm about to be murdered. All the animals left. Oh, hello. This is interesting. There's like a structure here. Even a metal ring of some sort. I'll have to bring my hiking boots with me in this weather now. But clearly, structure, because none of that looks like naturally occurring. Certainly not in a round circle like that. Built up maybe on a natural section. But that is cool. Looks like glass was there. Sort of metal container or lid maybe. And a bunch of it kind of rolled down. So it looks like something was set up here at one point. Maybe a well, but it seems weird that it's sitting up high to be a well. You never know what you find, but this is just a cool looking area out here, man. Let me get the wide angle. On video won't do a wide angle. Interesting, even though it shows there. Oh well, that's okay. Still cool enough. It seems so still. Now I'm still getting background sound from the cars. But this is a cool area. Yeah, definitely bring my boots because all I'm going to be doing is tracking this mud back into the car. Luckily, Elements have rubberized plastic flooring, so it's easy to clean. One thing you can't capture in video, because you're really getting audio and just pure visual, but the feeling of stillness, like quiet, that's almost uncanny. And now this is the other side. So definitely man-made, you can see, because those rocks are not in any type of natural formation. Oh, wall of some sort. Interesting. Well, maybe if we're lucky, we get to see a few mushrooms. That'd be kind of cool. I just can't convey how cool this is. That's a burnt piece of wood. Someone is having fires out here. Not surprising. And Bruce Trail markings. You can see the whites as it goes along. Ontario Bruce Trail. I'll hopefully do some more hiking and stuff this year too. Or over the next year for sure. So Ontario has a lot of limestone. That's why things are so broken up. Because limestone erodes relatively quickly from water. Well, it looks like that tree was marked from taken down. It's clearly dead. Now a couple of little tiny leaves up there, but oh, I found some mushrooms. This would be what you call a turkey tail. Really small, so pretty new. It looks like they like this wood for sure, because I see some other ones that were dried out. And in case those you didn't know about mushrooms, this is actually not the mushroom. This is like the equivalent of the apple to the apple tree. This is the fruiting body. These are all the results of the mycelium, which is the fibrous network that's in between all the wood. So this is the end result. This is what comes out. It's like what comes out with apple tree. And what do we got here? Those are really white and really small. Doesn't discolor, so there might be early turkey tail. I don't know the whole stages of turkey tail, but given what's on the other side, pretty likely. Yeah, they really like this tree. They really like this wood. I guess this whole tree. Mushrooms are important. And I'm not talking about the psychedelic kind, although those have their prices. But mushrooms are one of the things that breaks down. So it's part of the whole natural recycling process, right, of the world. This is how earth and dirt get made. That top layer of soil. And if we're lucky, we'll see something other cool types. Looks like someone was doing a bit of a lean-to creation. Interesting. Like right by the trail. Can make some kids playing around. So nice and quiet back here. Nice to get away from everything. I was hoping to see another little river, a small one, and I found one. And it's a little slippery out here. You just take your time. Everything's damp. A little more open than compared to the trees back there, but that's because most of those are evergreens. They'll stay there all year. But look what we got here. This is cool. This is where I could set up a chair and not go anywhere for a while. Just to enjoy this. Away from people. This is a really quiet brook too. I do appreciate Apple's ability on their videos to take screenshots or photos while you're looking through the screen. This is what I mean. This is really, really quiet. In the far, far distance, I can hear, the tires on highway cars. It's just like a small, low rumble. I mean, need to know there are cars on highways. But, hey, a water shredder. There he is, right there. Cool stuff. Now this is one dedicated tree. And you think, this is rotting and dead. Oh no. Those green leaves. This tree is still hanging on for dear life. Well, it's literally been eaten and rotting apart down here. Suppose I should say something about what we should be doing. If this tree can hang on like no tomorrow and still collect nutrients, even though it may be on its way out, we can still do stuff too. Do you think the other trees make fun of this guy for laying down on the job? And then one of the most calmest creeks I've ever seen. This is pretty sure this one's connected to where it came from before. I'm heading my way back. You can actually see to the bottom. See leaves are sunk down. Pretty wild. Oh, that was really cool. Let's go see what the next spot has. Cool, but it was a quarry and for the private property, so I can only see very little from the road itself. So didn't get any video of that, although that would have been cool if I was able to. I got a couple of pictures of the car, so it was a nice little side road there, and enjoy the pictures. Alright, now onto the third spot today. I got time to make my way up to where I'm going, so let's see what this place is like. There's a little town of Silver Creek. Never heard of it before, but apparently likely to be based off of silver in a creek. That's usually what places are named after. And a sad fact, usually development areas are named after the areas they destroy. So like Deer Run Estates. I know deer's running now that there are estates there, right? So, but still, this is a great drive. This is Roman Lake, and the cobra chickens are real busy. Maybe they're all complaining that someone showed up to disturb the peace. Okay, a couple come in. Look at all those cobra chickens. They're gathering for the flight south. This is noisy. It's funny to watch them chase others off. They're in an area, so like those two here seem to want to chase off the other two. Yeah, that is acting tough. Who knows? I hope you guys are picking this up. This is Mike's picking it up pretty well because it's kind of amusing. As long as you don't live here, I suppose. So somehow maps got me on this side of the lake, and when I'm double checking, I should be over there. Oh, I'm gonna drive over there. That looks like it's pretty curated land, so probably can't go down to the lake, but I could park and maybe get a better view to marshy over here. Not that it's horrible, but let's see what it looks like anyways. So on the other side, so prayer I was right there. But quite the gathering and gaggling, the sharing of news. Yeah, got the loner down here. Oh, there's some more coming in. Splashdown. I don't seem to get a little excited when more come in. Maybe the yearly gathering before they head south. Who knows? Nice area. think the windmill's a little broken, it's not turning. But how cool is this? You've got a library right by a lake. That needs some maintenance on its not a windmill, but but it's a gorgeous day. Some Adirondack chairs over there. More the local annual gathering of geese. Geese and gab, you can call it. Right by this lake, and you can see right into the water, man. That's clear. And geese over here too. There are a lot of them all gathering here before their southern trip to the warmer weather, which I eventually hope to do. Man, that's some clear water. Nice to see. A little dock thing there. That's interesting. Unsupervised area. But what if you're the type that needs to be supervised? Well, it might be dangerous. You got your garbage cans. Just chilling out by the lake, man. Yeah, definitely the lifestyle I'm working towards. Get paid decently and travel and doing tech work. Yep. See if we can keep that going for a while. We got us a pair of swans. And the candy geese are wisely giving them a wide berth. I think the cobra chickens are annoying to deal with, but nobody fucks with swans. Not even the cobra chickens. Let's head over to some civilization and kill some time, wander around the dollar store and a Home Depot, just to see if we get some random ideas for camping and setup in my vehicle. So let's see what we can find. Maybe nothing, maybe something. We're already coming here for what they actually do sell and make use of them. Let's see, it is staple the black material to this, a couple of staples, and that should be held up by the small magnets that I have. I can glue the small magnets to the plastic around here. So this would hold the blackout material to the curve of the car, or to the window trim around the car. Then I can still figure out some Velcro for the Reflectix to go on the inside of that. There's so here I am. So the dollar store got me. I had some ideas, and it was just really inspired ideas. So I have my reflectors made up already. They work great. They sit up in there, but because it is reflective, this is perfect for keeping heat in and keeping heat out, but not for stealth. Not that I have any use for stealth right at the moment. So stealth camping, these will see through. You can tell that, you know, they're up in someone's window. So I need some black material. And you can get any type of material that's black and thick, right? But then I happen to see shelf liner. I go, you know, that actually looks pretty good and might even add a small layer of insulation. So I have an idea. Now the idea is, with making this more effective for heat, is an air gap. That's been on a few videos. You can find this up. An air gap of about at least 1 inch, and then it literally doubles the R value of the Reflectix. So that'd be an interesting test to see. Now right now I've got this all taped up so that it wedges right inside the soft material that goes around the edging of the window itself. But if I'm using this, I need to be able to put a gap between this and the Reflectix. Well, how do I put a gap between the Reflectix? So it means I have to attach this to this, and this has to be in the window. But how do you get it in the window? Now there's the challenge. Now some of these, this one's going to probably be the biggest challenge, and maybe the driver's window too. These ones are easy because all I'm going to do is simply use some Velcro. Well, that's just all the challenge. Let me get the rest of the stuff and then we'll get into detail. So there's the Velcro, but it's just a drink. Where is blocks? Now I was thinking if I put this up so that it would go in the window and would have kind of extra tabs. This doesn't have to be, wedge tight into those windows. It just has to go in the window, and then have this be in the window, and then have some tabs on this. And the tabs will come out at the spots that would match up. So they could just a little bit out here. So it's enough to hold it in place. And let me go this. Hold it in place. Sorry, I'm looking, but the camera's not. I've got a couple of thoughts on that. So I could use staple. So I would staple this piece to a piece of wood, and those staples would then be used with small little magnets that would be glued to those around the window. So around this window, easy. That window, more challenging because it's really, I don't know how well glued stuff would stick to this. I'll have to, that's something I gotta play with, but we'll see. So if it's glued to this, pardon me, let's try this again. Staple to this, and with the staples being steel, they would grab onto the magnets that are glued to the plastic, so that would hold it in place. And then I would use Velcro on the other side here of the thing, and then I put bits of Velcro onto here, and then just tap it onto that. So then you would have the roughly 1 inch gap. Does that actually tell me how big these are? No, it doesn't say. But hey, it's good for 3+. I think I'm good. So Velcro on this side, stapled on this side, staples attached to the magnets that are glued to there. The Velcro will be attached to here so that this just attaches to it, which still allows this to be used on its own. Now I might even, depending on how fancy I want to really get, I could, because if this is used on its own and there's bits of Velcro, then again, you would see the Velcro on the other side if you look really hard. But it's back Velcro. Yeah, because you would have basically this, and this in order. So you've got that in the window, Velcro between the two, and then when they're separated, it's black Velcro, so it won't really show that much. So I'm not too worried about it. Overthinking things as usual. Now that wasn't all I got at the dollar store, because those are just evil, man. And they're $5 in the grocery store. I was like, okay, I'm not getting very many of them. I saw it in the dollar store. I went, oh, I shouldn't ask, but I'm going to ask. How much are they? $3.50. It's like, I'll take one. So will be good for snacks for today. And I've got my G0. So good for a bit of energy, a bit of food. And that should get me through to the end of the day. Then I'll grab something for the ride home. And then eat properly at home. All right, we'll probably still have this. So not the greatest thing as we go, but it works for today. All right. And as usual, this is just tech equipment for some of my work. There's my curtain. That's where I keep it, a nice little storage area. This is my mom gave me some pretty cool stuff for my vehicle for Christmas. This was a garbage container basically. And I generally want to keep dry stuff in it. It has pockets around it, and it's just a little belt. And then in the back, I've got my storage thing there. This was all pretty folded up, and then it was really interesting because to keep the sides stiff, there's a piece of plastic right here. And that was really, really hard to get in there. It was a tight fit, and it's designed to be a tight fit to keep the structure. So it mostly keeps the structure, and I just kind of keep it here because it's handy, easy to remove and empty. And it's plastic lined, and it's just a Velcro that holds it together. So it's plastic lined, there's just some paper in there, then you can wash this out and then reuse it again. So handy stuff. So now I've got a project to work on, and I have just over an hour. So let's see what I can do just to come up with a template idea. Like a snack to keep me going. First test fit. Alright, so it's definitely going to block it out. No ifs and buts about that. But getting it to stay in there, that's going to be the challenge. The idea is nice and works easier for simple surfaces, but this is not a simple surface. So we'll keep playing with it. The idea is right. I figure I'll just trim it just slightly bigger than the size, but I cut too much off the bottom. And I got a piece I can kind of, if I want to glue it together or whatever, but that's irritating. I'm doing this a little bit of half-ass in a parking lot, but the idea is right. I think I got the idea right. But, all right, more work to do. A little bit of futzing around. I think I have the method that I need. I just need to leave a little bit more so I can tuck it in that way. This right to the edge is not great, so just a little bit more. So I can probably even move the whole thing over, a little bit, so I can have a folded edge there. Can't fix that. I will just simply redo this thing because the material is not that expensive. And that would have that part done, but then the reflector still has to go up. Let's try that again. All right, and sit in there. But just sitting there so that it's got space. So it's kind of got to go around there. So how to attach the reflectors to this part around here, basically. I might have to go all Velcro on this, which is fine. That's an idea, and it will still work, but it would probably work best, as a matter of fact, and easier to put in. So I have to redo the edges on that, which is, just duct tape, nothing special. But I think I have a good plan. Just do a check outside. Yeah, you can't see squat where the thing is falling back, but so far my $1.25 Velcro went. Just one along the bottom, one along the top, and amazingly the exact amount on the other edge. A little bit of trimming. So I'm going to need 2 of these for this window, and then I will, do that strip and then break that up into 2 pieces on that side. And then what I have to do next, extend this so that doing this with one hand is really challenging. So that goes around there, but it just needs to be taller so that it actually will reach. So it is really hard to do this with one hand. So yeah, it's going to be a little more like that. So the more duct tape edge there, more air there, so that the sticky other part of the Velcro can stick to the reflector itself. Then of course the leading and trailing edges have to be extended so that duct tape goes on that. That actually will give the gap that I need between the window and the reflectix. And then redo this template so that actually fits right inside the window, and you can tuck inside the edges there. I think I have a great system at that point. The blacks out really well because obviously it's solid, you can't see through it, and it matches so it doesn't even look like it's blacked out. This is a great little setup. Now once I got that window done, I'll do the back ones. I think that rear window is going to be the same as this side. I just won't use Velcro along the bottom because it can just kind of fold and sit there. But along the edges, it'll need it to hold it up. That'll be great for that. This one, it'll be, Velcro here so that the edge will just flip down. It'll sit on that. So that'll be good. Front sides, I can do the Velcro in that too because it's got the same trim molding, and I won't put any along the bottom, and so that'll be good for that. Still, right now, I'm not too worried about the front shade. I have my curtain that blocks this off, so it'll give enough privacy back here. I get this pretty set for some good privacy. Just gotta, buy the extra stuff. So $250 for that window. It'd probably be still $250 for this window if I don't do it completely all the way around. If I do mostly the big spots, and that should be enough to hold it in anyways, that's for sure. So $250. That window, maybe a little bit more, just because it's only 3 sides. That should be the same. So $5, $10, maybe $12, $13 total for Velcro. This stuff is $4 per roll, and you get, what was it, 18 feet if I recall. Yeah, 18 by 4. Now, obviously tall enough for these to be trimmed out. So I don't recall how much footage I use, linear footage I use on the windows, but I mean, this is still $4 and some duct tape. So like, you know, maybe $30, $40, you have some really nice insulation. Well, pardon me, if you had the insulation I think it was $50, $40. You want to go to your hardware stores, because you can buy it off Amazon, but you get less square inches if you're calculating that way per value. I found that for me at my home hardware, this was taller than the windows, so it actually worked really, really well, because then it's easier to trim to match. So depending on how you do yours, you want the taller stuff so that it's wide enough to go your windows. If you got a minivan, maybe, you know, the width is not overly critical. It just kind of depends on how you set it up. But yeah, measure your windows, your height. The length is not as critical. You know, for the templates, but the height, so that you can get all one piece on the window. That's the important part. And the Amazon ones weren't quite enough, or really close, where I would have a gap and then you'd have to do the second piece on here and then tape. Now that's just a pain in the ass. So all right, so that's it for right now. I think can't do anything more. These guys are not used, neat idea, but overly complicated. So I can return these if I really feel like it, but, or maybe I'll just give them to my 6-year-old niece and she can do something fun with them. Now, it's not worth the hassle for me to walk over there and say, hey, can I have my $1.25 back, please, or plus whatever tax. So let's see how that goes. We'll keep this updated later. Now, heading home after a long day. Nice view. Again, taking a casual way back, because screw the big highways. Make sure no one's jumping up in front of me here. Yeah. But yeah, been a nice casual day, and seems everyone's leaving, you know, from the cities, heading back home now. But I'm doing the opposite, so by the time I get back to my area, there won't be any rush hour. Not for an hour, another hour and 20 minutes or so. But yeah, it's been a good day. Got some nice views. A few more gonna happen.
In about 10 kilometers, turn right.